What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Omgpolka back with another motherfucking bang. And in today's video, we got y'all with another reaction video. Today we'll be reacting to Shady Blue's murder. They claim that he's Nipsey Hussle's closest friend, but we'll see. So we're gonna let that intro run. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe down below. And when you're commenting, make sure you tell me what you want me to react to next. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
Truck, yeah, I hit him and he ducked. Yeah, I told these bitch niggas I don't really get no fucks. Bitch call my phone saying, oh my god, Polka, I wanna fuck. If the nigga got a problem, tell that nigga tweet about it. Damn. Tell that bitch we gon' see about it. Damn. Fuck the bitch and the freak.
Alright, y'all. Let's get straight into this video.
What do you call two fat people that live next door to each other? Chunky neighbors.
Home turf of the rolling 60s, part of the largest street gang in all of Los Angeles, a gang called the Crips.
So, on March 31st, 2019, the streets of Los Angeles were shaken by the news that Nipsey Hussle, a beloved figure and local hero, had been gunned down
R.I.P. Nipsey, man, you feel me?
The tragedy was captured in real time as videos quickly spread across social media showing Nipsey being rushed to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead.
It's the dramatic last video of rapper Nipsey Hussle gunned down in Los Angeles.
What did they do with his sock? How did they get his sock off?
To keep him alive.
Fast forward
Why
to
every time?
in 2021,
Why every time somebody gets on a stretcher or something, or like anything, they end up without their sock on, or like they end up with no shoes on, something like that. Like, do niggas just be walking up to these bodies that are on the floor and just taking niggas' shoes? Not tripping, or like that just be happening sometimes. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna get back into this.
another violent incident unfolded under eerily similar circumstances. This time, the scene was set at a mobile gas station located on the 100 block of East Palmdale Boulevard in Los Angeles County. It was early in the afternoon, around 1:24 p.m., when deputies were called to the location following reports of a shooting.
Broad day?
When they arrived, they discovered a crowd of onlookers gathered around a white vehicle.
They do
Instead,
not
a man
care.
was found in the driver's seat, appearing to be unconscious with at least one gunshot wound.
Yeah, he's still alive.
He look like he's still moving, no?
Bro, why they just sitting there like, bro? See, this is what's wrong with today's generation. They'll pull out their camera before they call anybody. Anybody. They'll be like, oh shit, what's going on? Yo, I think he's hurt. Think we should call the police? Nah, hold on, let me get this video. Like, why is people like that? Like, that's terrible. Help the person. Why you gotta get everything on camera? Real shit, like, feel me? But let's tap back in.
Despite the quick arrival of paramedics, the young man, just 24 years old, was pronounced dead at the scene. The victim wasn't officially identified by the police right away, but word on the street and across various social media platforms was quick to name him as Dennis Nichols, better known by his street moniker Shady Blue. Shady was reputed to be a respected...
They outside with the members!
Hussle was also a part of. In fact, he and Nipsey were pretty tight, and Nipsey even shouted him out in his tracks. The coincidence of his death
He
on
pulled
the
up,
anniversary
he said he pulled up in that old school with Shady Blue. Feel me? He was riding in the old school with his man Shady Blue. You feel me?
Underscored the relentless and often tragic cycle of street life. Same date, same method, same gang affiliation. Shady Blue wasn't just any gang member. He was known as a formidable figure within his gang, and there were rumors that he might have been involved in multiple violent incidents against rival gang members. His reputation made his a significant event in the gang community, sparking a flurry of claims and counterclaims on social media. It's a common occurrence in the world of gang culture. When a prominent figure falls, everyone wants to claim responsibility, seeking to bolster their reputation or settle old scores. Social media platforms lit up with boasts and threats, as various individuals vied for recognition in the aftermath of Shady Blue's demise. However, the case took a significant turn on November 16th, 2021. One rapper known as Jaff 5, allegedly affiliated with the 107 Hoover criminals, a rival gang, was charged with Shady Blue's Shady Blue's life story starts in the vibrant Crenshaw district of Los Angeles, California, where his family, hailing from Belize, had chosen to settle. The neighborhood of Bryanhurst Avenue,
Damn, he's from
culture
Belize?
and challenges, was where Shady's tale unfolded. He quickly
Where's
became
Belize
a
at?
figure
Hold on.
locally, known for his
Where's Belize? Is that like in South America? I'm not tweaking, right? It's in South America, right? I need to go back to school.
infectious humor and his knack for bringing people together.
What do you call two fat people that live next door to each other? Chunky
Who always had your back. Whether you were family or just felt like family, he looked out for his brothers, his grandmothers, and virtually anyone he considered kin. His presence was a staple in the community. People not only depended on him, they admired him, especially the younger kids who saw him as a big brother figure. In 2015, at the young age of 19, Shady Blue's life took a tough turn as he entered the California prison system. It did not take long for him to adapt to the harsh realities inside, and soon he was able to get a hold of a phone. Using it, he kept his social media updated, posting pictures and videos on Instagram, keeping his presence felt even behind bars.
God damn! Why they both punching on, bro?
The California prison can be an intense continuation of street life, with gang affiliations often dictating one's survival. Shady fully embraced this, displaying his loyalty with
Bro.
60.
Yo, he got mad pictures in there, bro. How the hell did he get a phone in there? Or do y'all just get phones in there? Cause I'm not gonna lie, I feel like jail would be way easier without, like, with the phone. Like, I feel like it'll feel like being on the outside, but nigga, you're in jail and just it'll basically be like you chilling in the crib every day on your phone. But you just live you live with a whole bunch of people type shit. Like, I mean, yeah, nigga, you gotta eat ass food. Yeah, you gotta shit in the room with your mans or whatever. But I feel like, if I got a cell phone, that's not too bad. Do y'all agree with me or am I wrong? Y'all let me know in the comments, but feel me?
He tattooed across his stomach, a 6 on his throat, and neighborhood 60s sprawled across his back, signaling his deep ties to the rolling 60s. However, not everything about his time in prison was negative. The structured environment provided him an opportunity to focus on education, and he managed to graduate in 2017. Later that year, he was released back into the world.
And the time and ability to graduate in 2017.
However, freedom was fleeting. By 2019, Shady found himself entangled with the law once again.
Damn!
Another stint in prison. He was released in August 2020, a significant month for him as it also marked his birthday. Tragically, just 8 days before his untimely death, Shady made a post on Instagram that seemed to subtly call someone out.
He posted Instagram saying, "I heard it's in a cell sending idle threats. Come home first, then get at me. I ain't hard to find on gang. We can boogie with the devil."
His life was cut short in a shooting that occurred far from the familiar streets of the 60s near Lancaster, California.
Why would he go on the internet and, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Why would he go on the internet and, like, antagonize these niggas? Like, feel me, you just got out of jail, you graduated, you got, like, you feel me? Like, I feel like you should have just, like, stayed up out the way. Nigga talking about, first of all, he just got out of jail posting a pipe. Posting that you got a pipe on him. That's a little crazy. You feel me? I don't know. We still got mad at the video to watch.
The same place where he had faced legal troubles the previous year. As of now, his daylight remains unsolved, leaving a cloud of sorrow and unanswered questions hanging over the community. Now, let's circle back to Jap 5. He was making a name for himself
Jap
on the
5?
rap scene and was
What the hell does
registering
Jap
some
5
traction.
mean?
He
Why
was
is his
looking
name
to step away
Jap?
from the street drama that had surrounded his earlier life. However, just as his music career was picking up steam, he found himself entangled in a case of Shady Blue. It was a major setback, dragging him from the cusp of breakout success back to a cell. His journey had been a wild one, moving from the tough streets where he'd been known to wield a screwdriver in fights, to lighting up stages as a rapper, and then allegedly to being involved in a fatal shooting that landed him back to the bar.
Give me 30 days.
You doing push-ups for real?
On short form. And if we don't get you 1 million views, you don't pay. If you had 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing them push-ups for real.
Representing the 107 Hoover criminals, a gang entrenched in the complex web of LA gang politics. Let's break down some of that complexity. The gang scene in LA is not just about territorial disputes. It's a deeply historical and intricate social structure. The Hoovers, for instance, predate the Crips. Originating in the 1960s, locals from Hoover Street banded together, forming the Hoover Groovers. By 1969, when Stanley Tookie Williams and Raymond Lee Washington founded the Crips, the landscape
What is this?
in LA
They founded the shit?
As the Crips expanded, internal conflicts led to the formation of various factions. By the late 70s, there were already over 45 distinct Crip sets in LA. Despite these rifts, some Crip sets, like the Westside Crips, occasionally aligned with the Hoovers, especially in the face of common enemies. A pivotal moment came when the Westside Crips were initially blamed for the of a Hoover member's younger brother. Instead of an immediate outbreak of violence, the Hoovers and Westside Crips held a meeting to address it turned out that the culprits were the Figueroa boys. In a brutal turn of events, leaders from the Hoovers and Westside Crips caught a Figueroa leader at a nightclub and severely beat him. Throughout the 70s, the Hoover Groovers, who had by then renamed themselves Hoover Crips, were closely aligned with certain Crip factions. However, the landscape of gang alliances was never stable. The late 70s saw intensified conflicts, such as the feud between the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips and the A-Trad gangster Crips, which further complicated alliances.
Why is it so many? Yo, bro, how are they all Crips and they all got beef with each other? How the hell that work? I thought y'all was a part of the same shit. Y'all just got different, like, it's no bullshit. It's like all of these niggas are in the same family. They just got different first names. Like, they just, like, you know how, like, and like, if y'all all, like, have the same last name, it'll be, like, Jefferson, whatever the fuck. And then all of y'all last names would be the same, but all of y'all first names are different. That's what that shit's like. Why? Y'all make shit confusing. Like, real shit. Like, imagine, what's it called? They said, I'm a Crip. And didn't even say the beginning of what it was. Now I'm going to just think that you're a Crip. I'm not going to know what type of Crip you are. I'm just going to know that you a Crip. Now, say, what if I had a friend that was a Crip? And then I try to bring him and say what's up to you. Now, he's a part of some other shit. And I thought y'all was both Crips, so y'all are friends. Oh, no. I'm just yapping. So, I'm not gonna...
Adopted the neighborhood Crips moniker, while those with A-Trad became known as Gangster Crips. The Hoover Crips, amidst these turbulent times, became Hoover Gangster Crips. 1979 also marked the tragic of Raymond Washington, co-founder of the Crips, in a drive-by shooting. Accusations about his flew, with some pointing fingers at the Hoovers, causing a long-standing rift with certain East Side Cripsettes. Throughout the 1980s, the Hoovers cemented their reputation as one of LA's most formidable gangs, partly through their association with notorious figures like Freeway Ricky Ross, enhancing their influence and reign over the streets. Freeway had aspirations that reached far beyond the streets of LA. As a young man, he dreamed of becoming a professional tennis player. Unfortunately, despite his skills on the court, his academic struggles, particularly with reading and writing, shut the door on any potential college scholarships.
Damn.
This setback steered him towards a drastically different path, into the world of drug TFK. His entry into this underground world started innocuously enough through an acquaintance, an upholstery teacher at a community college who handed him a small amount of to sell. Freeway turned this
a teacher? Hold on, wait, go back real quick. They said a teacher?
Before long, their influence and reign over the streets. Freeway had aspirations that reached far beyond the streets of LA. As a young man, he dreamed of becoming a professional.
I think I went too far back, but we're just gonna keep watching.
Despite his skills on the court, his academic struggles, particularly with reading and writing, shut the door on any potential college scholarships. This setback steered him towards a drastically different path, into the world of drug TFK. His entry into this underground world started innocuously enough through an acquaintance, an upholstery teacher at a community college who handed him a small amount of to sell. Freeway turned this opportunity into a stepping stone, reinvesting his profits to buy more.
A teacher?
Before long,
Bro, a teacher? The person that's supposed to be helping you. Now I see why the nigga, what's it called? Why niggas can't read and write? Because the teachers are doing shit like that. They probably don't even, like, bro, this shit's upsetting. I don't know what he has going on, what the teacher got going on, but if you're a teacher, you should not be. It's stressful.
Entrepreneurial spirit catapulted him into the top of LA's drug trade. By the mid-1980s, Freeway had become a major player, allegedly moving over 1,000 pounds of cocaine weekly with connections stretching down to Nicaragua.
So the teacher put him on. My fault, teach. The teacher put him on to making that money on. My fault, teach. Shit, I might need me a teacher like that.
Reports from that era suggest he was raking in upwards of $3 million a day at the height of his operations. This lucrative venture not only built Freeway's empire, but also
$3 million a day? You know what you could do? Bro, you know what you could do? What, goddamn, $100 a day? So now imagine what you could do with $3 million a week. $3 million a day. 3 million times 5, that's 15 million in the week on business days. They made 15 million on business days. Then re-up will probably be like $1 mil, $2 mil. So then, bro, he's touching chicken. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's some money right there.
So significantly boosted the street cred of the Hoover Criminals, the gang he was affiliated with. Within this turbulent world, Jaff 5 grew up steeped in gang culture. Unlike many who find themselves reluctantly drawn into gang life, Jaff was introduced to it.
Jaff? Is his name? Is his name Jaff or Jap? Jap 5. I don't get what Jap means though. So like, can someone comment down below and explain to me what the hell Jap means? Because I don't know.
A respected member of the Hoover Criminals. Instead of shielding his son from the harsh realities of street life, Jap's father immersed him in it, often bringing him along the block to witness the dynamics of their environment firsthand. This exposure came with its own set of harsh lessons.
I mean, how I look at that situation like is, no bullshit, this is all they know. He's gonna teach him what he knows. You feel me? And that is just gonna create more. You feel me? They don't know nothing different. If someone was to come and teach them something different, give them some information on how to make money throughout, you feel me? They could, like, you could only do so much with the information you have. If you don't get no new information, don't learn anything outside of what is around your environment, you're gonna do what's in your environment. You gotta stop doing that. Like, you gotta stop looking at your environment and thinking that that's what you gotta be. You gotta look outside of your environment and think, what can I become? So if you're in a bad situation, you can look at the environment you're in and be like, damn, I need to change this. I need to take my family out of this. You feel me? So it's not a cycle of when you have a kid, now you're just teaching them the same things you know. You gotta learn more. You can't just, bro, feel me? Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point, right? Damn, what the fuck I just do?
As Jap's father was frequently incarcerated, forcing Jap to shuffle around the city and fend for himself at a young age. His upbringing was a double-edged sword. While it endowed him with street smarts and a certain level of respect within his community, it also entrenched him deeper in gang life, a fact he reflected on during an interview with No Jumper where he described it as more of a curse than a blessing. His aggressive behavior was evident early on. He once ended up in juvenile detention for stabbing a classmate with...
Why did they? No. What? He went to jail for doing what?
Is not with physical. With a screwdriver during a school fight that escalated.
How did they get a screwdriver? How did bro get a screwdriver? They in school. There's screwdrivers in school? That nigga must have been going to construction school or something, because what the fuck?
Fight had started with some harmless slapboxing, but when Jap got jumped by a group including that classmate, he retaliated the next day in a way that landed him in juvie. Life in juvenile detention did not soften Jap. If anything, it hardened him further. He found himself constantly in fights, often with rivals he hadn't even known he had.
I mean,
he said,
you feel me? I have no problem with hands. You feel me? I always take the hands route before grabbing a weapon, anything. You feel me? He was handling it the correct way. Yeah, square up. You feel me? I have no, what's it called? There's nothing wrong with that. As if you have a problem with somebody, handle it. Handle it with your hands. But once it comes to, nigga, I got a problem with you because of this, problem with you because of that, nigga, still hands, you feel me? Don't ever like, you feel me? But yeah, we're gonna keep tapping into this.
It made him far more aggressive and deeply integrated into gang life than ever before. Upon his release, Jap dove even deeper into the lifestyle that had both shaped and scarred his early years. After spending 9 long months behind bars, Jap 5 found himself back on the streets for just half a year before trouble found him again. This time, he was slapped with serious charges: robbery and gun possession. This stint landed him in the county jail, but even that experience did not deter him from the lifestyle he knew. Once released, it wasn't long before he was back on the radar of law enforcement, facing a slew of accusations. Though Jap never went into detail about what the police had on him, the charges accumulated and he found himself staring down a 4-year sentence at just 18 years old. Jap's time in juvenile detention and county jail had only deepened his involvement in gang activities. But something changed when he hit prison. There he met an old-timer, a veteran who had spent half a century behind bars. This seasoned inmate took Jap under his wing and urged him to consider the path he was on. Inspired by the conversation, Jap began to reshape his outlook on life. During his time locked up, he took to writing and rapping, developing a skill set that would pave a new path for him. When Jap was released, he was determined not to fall back into his old ways. He secured a legitimate job as a barber and began releasing music, slowly building a name for himself in the rap game. His efforts seemed to be paying off as buzz around his name grew, positioning him as a promising upcoming street rapper from South Central. Around this time, Jap 5's rise caught the attention of another figure in the scene, Crip Mac, known for his volatile personality.
On 55th Street!
Kind of celebrity. He first went viral while still in jail, thanks to a diss track he aimed at Cardi B. The track had no real basis. Crip Mac didn't actually have any personal beef with Cardi B, but it exploded in popularity and put him on the map.
Cardi B, you don't be in them streets. I'll bring you down to Western, turn you to Cardi C.
After his release, he continued to capture public attention with his outrageous social media antics, including videos with his cat that often went viral.
I think that he went viral off of him just being on 55th Street. Like, his voice is fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, why is his voice like, y'all? If y'all know who I'm talking, if y'all know like his actual voice and stuff, why does his voice sound like that? like real shit. Like, why does his voice sound like that on 55th Street? Like.
Yet behind the scenes, Crip Mac harbored deep-seated grievances against the Hoovers, stemming from the alleged of one of his closest friends by a Hoover affiliate. In a dramatic gesture, he even had Hoover tattooed on his forehead.
Jack, go hood. You're another snoozer.
Listen to him.
Oh, what can I say? See, man, I got a mental problem. On fight Crip I do, and I really got destruction on neighborhood Crip.
As Jap 5's music career began to take off, Crip Mac initiated
on 55 Street.
Boxing match. Jap 5, however, dismissed the challenge, stating there was no real animosity and he wouldn't fight unless it was for a paycheck.
See, he had on his head. I'm like, this a weirdo. So I posted him on my story, and all my homies like, what the f? They all start commenting like, who the f is that? Like, weird. Like, look what he's saying. He's saying fuck Jab. Like, I don't even know this.
Despite his efforts to stay clear of gang affiliations and focus on his music, Jab's past wouldn't let him go so easily. Shockingly, news broke that he had been arrested for the of Shady Blue, a member of the Rollin' 60s Crips.
$3 million bond?
He was responsible for plunging him back into the criminal justice system and casting a long shadow over his future in music. Both Shady Blue and Nipsey Hussle hailed from the same gang, the Rollin' 60s, yet their paths diverged dramatically. Nipsey transformed his life, achieving success in music and making significant strides in activism. Shady, on the other hand, found himself repeatedly pulled back into the street life despite attempts at going straight. Their stories are reminders that despite differences in success or the paths taken, the harsh realities of their origins had a lasting impact. Neither fame nor fortune nor firepower could ultimately alter their fate.
Alright, that's it for today's video. Make sure you go down below and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Go comment down below what you want me to react to next. And go subscribe to my other channel where I post vlogs, mukbangs, everything on that channel. So go tap into that, and we'll see you in the next one. Gang.